So they say the third time's the fucking charm. So let's give Italian bread another go. Welcome to Gemini Tea with me. So one thing I do want to say, when you look at my page, you see this and this and this and this and this. There's always a million different things, but there's always one common denominator. Dana Gemini. So let's get at it. Bam! It's gonna be something kind of like cooking and therapy, which is really just me doing a lot of talking, maybe a lot of bullshit, a lot of different accents, but it's fun. We have good time together, yeah? Yeah, let's go. Why Italian bread, you say? Well, sono la strega della cucina. I am the witch of the kitchen. I am out here with my exclusive lasagna soup. How could I serve as the lasagna soup without the complimentary homemade Italian bread, yes? This is gonna be the part that I hate the most, is fucking yeast. Active dry yeast. I think that I made the water a little too warm. So what we're gonna do, we'll give that a second to cool down. We are also going to be making sausage and peppers simultaneously, which hopefully, actually, we're gonna get to fucking enjoy on this fresh made Italian bread. This is gonna be lovely. I'm just calling it like it is. This is gonna be the good Italian bread. So in here, this is bread flour. Don't use regular flour. Trust me, I thought I would be able to do that and it was just gonna go great, but it did not. Fail one, fail two. They tasted something like pretzels, which also I've tried to make my own bagels and they came out pretzel-like as well. I will let you know, I am a professional chef. I can't bake for shit, but I'm also not a quitter and I am convinced I can do anything I put my mind to. So I'm gonna make fucking Italian bread. So now let's go with this fucking yeast. The yeast. And it smells so bad too. I want to make sure I put enough too. You know, there's a little drop in there. Does it have to be precise? Okay, that's about a teaspoon. It smells like beer. I don't know, and then something about it's supposed to foam too. Any bakers out here, anybody good with yeast, please let me know. So the first 2 times I did not use instant. I used the active dry yeast. Okay, it's got a little foam on the top, which normally never happens for me, so I'm gonna take that as a good sign. Whatever, we're going for it. So, I should have mixed that first. Great, fantastic, Dana. Let's see. Let's fucking see. It's looking mostly incorporated. I wanted to bullshit about everything that's been going on. I ain't got nobody to cook in the kitchen with me no more. My cranky teenage daughter is in there taking a nap. So, we gonna cook together. You'll see. I really don't enjoy putting my cups in. Oh, it's warm too. Like maybe this is just gonna be a whole nother batch going. Now I wish my child was awake because this is too goopy and I need more flour. Wow. I wanted this to work so bad. This one's still. I'm determined. Oh my God, for all my bread makers out there watching me, just please let me be. Just let me live, okay? I know it's not supposed to come out like this. 4th time's a charm. I'm done. But then it's like, do I want to throw it out and try again and just keep wasting? Or do I try and save? Or I wonder if I put in the right amount of flour to begin with. I was looking at it like, shit, was that 2 cups or was that the 3rd cup? So I know this is not it. Oh, my only takeaway here is gonna be that, like, yeah, watch this and at least you get a good laugh here. But like I said, I'm a determined bitch, so I think I'm gonna save this. I don't know if this is getting better or worse, to be quite honest. I mean, it's coming together a bit better. We're gonna go again. Now, we're doing this all over again. I got warm water this time, measured out the flour, and I already mixed in the salt so that it's all nice and incorporated and I don't do that dumb shit again that I knew so much better to do. So, here we go. I wanted to say like round 4, but all that started playing in my head was that SpongeBob, like 10 hours later. Oh, you know when I knew when it was time to call it quits with the other one too? Is when I heard Ave Maria start playing in the background. I'm like, okay, sisters, heard, got it. So yesterday I was at the Pickle Festival and that was great. Somebody had actually mentioned something, had commented about like, oh, that's a lot of like energy there, you know? So one thing about me is I am pretty good out in a crowd with other people's energy. I'm pretty good at detaching myself. And I honestly like to drop in and do like a third eye view of what's going on around me. What I did notice yesterday at said pickle festival, maybe it's just we're a different type of breed to love pickles and then you can walk out and step into the world and love them too. But then I went over by Walmart right after we left there, and that's a whole nother breed, just a whole different life. Walmart is a planet of its own. Oh, you know what might have been the problem before too, was I wasn't like stony baloney. So after I cleaned up that whole mess that we had, I went and did a little smoke, and now I'm feeling a whole lot better. So hopefully that's the magic key to it too. That's exactly what I tell my boss at work also when he looks at me a little sideways, like, no, it's the magic key. Even though it's not, because I walk in circles over and over and over and over again. Okay, so I decided to read the directions on that, and it says that you don't even need to add it to water, that you can mix it right in the dry ingredients because I guess it's that instant yeast. So, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and carry on now and fuck the foam. But it did say to mix this in together too, so we'll give this a little swiggeroo. Swiggeroo. It's like kangaroo. Kangaroo Bob, Kangaroo Jack. Living in a world down under. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess I was gonna say, I don't know why that makes me think of kangaroos, but then again, it's like an Aussie song, so duh, it was right on time there. I'm living in a world down under. I don't know the rest of the words, but we're living in a world down under. I think if it came on, I would know more words. So I think that's a touch bit too much water. And next time, and grab it and mark my recipe. Next time, I think instead of 1.5 cups, we will do 1 1/4 and see how that goes. So for now, because we're not gonna ditch it. Oh, you know what else? The back of that yeast packet said only 1 proof needed, nothing else is necessary, but this recipe says like I need to let it rise like 3 times. Oh, that's knead and rise, but that's a little bit different, right? I don't fucking know. One day I will successfully have figured out yeast that's non-instant, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore. But I spoke with a baker. I even met a baker yesterday at the Pickle Festival. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna show you guys too. I had pickled fucking butterbeer. It was, my stomach was fucked up as soon as I got home, but it was well worth it. I mean, it is slightly warm to touch. Maybe I did it too warm again. I also make candles, so I started using my temperature stick for the candles because I need, like, you need to have the wax at a certain temperature too, you know, before you could add the fragrance. And instead of me going out and buying another stick, I was like, you know what? I know when meat is cooked. I don't need a temp stick for that. And now it's like, oh, if I had that temp stick still, you know, I could have temped the water. Oh, it feels so good in the hands. It feels nice and squishy. Me and Italian bread have a very interesting relationship. I was caught in the store a few weeks ago by this cute boy. I thought when I turned around after they tapped on my shoulder, like, excuse me, miss, I thought it was gonna be one of the people that work at the grocery store going to tell me, oh, you can't be pressing on all the bread like that. Yes, frick I can, because I'm gonna be pissed if I spend this money on a piece of bread and I get home and it's shit. It's hard. No. So yeah, I'm testing the Italian bread. This actually feels pretty good, and I'm really, really hopeful that you are it. Please be exactly what I've been hoping for. I love you. And yes, I really talk to my food. We speak over everything. Sausage and peppers now. The bread is sitting here, it's rising. In about 25 minutes, we're gonna take it, stretch it out, let it sit again another half hour. We're gonna do that like 3 times. So I'm gonna kill off everything that I have in my fridge first before I crack into something freshy and brand new. How I was saying yesterday, and like, you know, a lot of energy out in public and everything. And I personally have been trying to drop into observer mode more. So the thing for me is I am not non-confrontational. Dana used to be confrontational. Not that I would ever start anything, still to this day. I'm not a starter. Baby, I'm a fucking closer. I'm coming in, I'm wrapping shit up, it's getting done. You know what I mean? But now it's like, I don't like to come out of my piece. My nickname is Bubbles. People literally call me Bubbles. I love being in my happiness, being able to spread my positivity, you know, live in my happy fucking bubble filled with glitter and all of my favorite things. So now when I'm out in public, I really do. I like to drop into observer mode. One of the things that's helped me the most with other people, and when I go out in public too, especially when you live in, you know, other areas such as myself. I'm from Jersey, and people are not fucking nice out here. They're just not nice. So no, I want big pieces. This is just for me. My kid doesn't even eat sausage and peppers, so I'm probably gonna have a ton of peppers and onions. I'll give my mom a bunch of the sausage, and let's have fucking Italian bread with this shit. If I could just eat the peppers, onions, and some Italian bread dipped in that fucking sauce, that's beautiful. Also, at the same time, sorry fam, we are not making my sauce today. I happen to have a jar my mother gave me. It's like some spicy shit. I figured I'd fucking try it. We'll give it a go. We're gonna see how that is. One of the things for me also is, because living in these areas, people aren't nice, right? And it used to bother me so bad. Like, I've been through some shit. So if I could step out of my house after everything I have been through and still give everybody kindness, anybody else in the world can, you know? I don't do that, well, you never know what somebody else is going through. Yeah, y'all never know what I'm going through. And you know what? I don't take it out on the whole fucking world. I'm sorry, but that behavior is unacceptable. One of the things that's really helped me with this is when I came, I 100% believe this. You don't have to agree with me. Take what resonates, leave what don't, fam. Most people, right? Let's say, I forget how many billions of us are on this planet. More than half of us are NPCs. And for people who don't know what an NPC is, it's a non-playable character. It's kind of like a glitch in like a game or something, you know, like say you're playing video games and then all of a sudden you're running through the path and you see this guy over in the corner just glitching out, you know, walking into the wall. He's not going anywhere. It's a glitch. It's a filler. It's not fucking real. Literally placed on this planet. Like, a meat suit without a consciousness. You know what I mean? Here, to literally be a trigger to us, to help us ascend, because you know, every time like one of our triggers pop up, it's giving us exactly what we have to work on within ourselves, you know? So now that for me, stepping outside has helped a lot. Also, I do fancy quite often calling back my own energy, and I care not to leave the house with some of my special things. So for instance, I always have my silver necklace on. That helps keep me grounded and protected for my energy. And like I said, man, I live in my own bubble. I literally do meditations sometimes too, less now than I used to, and I should be back on my shit, but used to do meditations, you know, a protective bubble around me. I work heavily with certain saints too, right? Now, one thing about talking with me, I'm gonna go off topic and it's gonna be here. But now when we're talking about like protection and, you know, that one meditation that I do, I work heavily with certain angels. And you know what was crazy? I was listening to, we're going to talk about religion and spirituality a lot on my tea time. I was listening to, I'm not sure if it was the Book of Jubilees or something else, but Ethiopian Bible. I want one of them so badly. They were talking about the angels. Now for me, I went to Catholic school, I went to St. Michael's, so I already had close ties with St. Michael, right? But then for some reason, also I've always had like this strong tie with Gabriel and Raphael as well. They're in my prayers every morning, and when I need protection or when I have an instance with somebody outside, I literally call on these three, right? And all I hear at this sermon that the most powerful angels and creatures, and don't you know it was the three of them? And there was another one too. I want to say maybe Metatron. I'm not 100% sure, but it was just like, I was floored. Like I stopped what I was doing. It's like, oh my gosh, like what are the odds of that? Those are my fucking angels. Yeah, so this happens quite often. Now I kind of forgot where we got, oh, calling back like energy and protection and stuff. So yeah, that's another thing that I do when I go out in public and stuff also, you know, or when I'm about to go out or when I come back in. But I try to be more to myself and in my bubble, because people out there will do it to you. And then again, remember, yo, fam, a lot of them bitches is NPCs. And hopefully that helps you, you know, put things into a different perspective for you as well, you know? Like even knowing, like, why am I going to stress over somebody that's not even real? They don't even legitimately have a soul. Like, that sucks for them already, you know? And it's so crazy. One day I was talking, me and my daughter were talking about this too, you know? And we were in the fucking mall. And we're talking about that. She goes like, she says to me, now she's 14, she goes, so well, that makes a whole lot of sense, right? And this one person walks past us, and just the way that they walked, the way that they looked at everything, and we looked at each other, and she was like, that's one right there. And I was like, oh. And like, you know, we don't really judge people, like we don't just sit here and go out and judge people, you know what I mean? But you gotta call something, sometimes the truth is just the truth, and that person like looked like a whole non-playable character. Like not much else to say about that. Also, another thing is too, right, when you are out and you're in those heavy dense areas and you can feel the energy and everything, when you come home, you can, outside of your door, you can literally, our minds are everything, and this is where they say, you know, you create your own reality. You can stand outside of your door and literally go like this. And as long as you visualize in your head, you can visualize in your head, you can see the energy being swept off of you. The way I like to see like old, stale, stagnant, negative energy coming from me, I see it as like black dots, or like, you know, like dirt. So even when I breathe in to take in fresh and I want to breathe out all the negativity, I picture it like I'm breathing out all these black dots. It's like dirt, you know, the old stale energy. So you could do that. You can literally shake your feet. I just kicked my slipper across the room. You can shake, the second one had to go too, huh? Shake your feet outside, you know what I mean? Imagine yourself get inside when you take a shower. Imagine that too. Clean yourself off when you take a shower. Imagine it just washing away. They're all good ways to like protect your energy. Keep your own energy. Actually, if you're interested in it, I have a couple of different like techniques too to do it, but we could talk about that at another time. I don't do this as often as I should. I don't think I have once since I moved into this apartment, but I'm constantly, I think there's like 4 different types of incense burning right now. I'm one for sage, so I smudge my house. I have a little bell that I do all the time as well. We also have a bunch of different sprays that I make that we're constantly spraying around the house. So we do love the rose spray very much here. I actually bring that to work and I'd be spraying that shit in there too. So what it is like rose essential oil. You know, rose is one of the highest vibrating frequencies of love. So if you can't have fresh roses in your house, you know what I mean? Let's do some freaking rose oil. So I make myself a beautiful rose oil. We'll spray that. My kids are kind of used to like the incense and the smoke by this point. Sometimes she does get played. Oh my God, guys, I bought myrrh today. And I was so excited. I'm like, yo, this is myrrh. I'm like, kid, it's one of the ones that they like burn in church. You know, she hasn't been to church very often. I don't make my kids go. Like I said, I did grow up Roman Catholic, but we're gonna have, I'll break down my whole religion and everything with you guys one day because it is very strong. Me and my daughter talked about it yesterday. I was like, this is one of the ones from church that you can't stand, and she was so upset. But yeah, guys, I got some myrrh burning. I always have stuff burning in my house, but peppers and onions are bullshit, and I'm cutting these. See, you know what? I told you I got stony bologna, and this is probably the part that my boss dislikes. All right, so I'm gonna keep all the tops. No, I'm gonna chop up the tops. They're gonna go into. I'm gonna keep this so that I can munch on it plain. You know what? Y'all know the rest of sausage and peppers. I ain't even fucking telling y'all how to make this shit. Y'all could watch me, and I'm just gonna keep talking. So speaking of the myrrh, my daughter had brought this up yesterday. This was her conversation to me while we were walking to the pickle festival from, I parked way too far away. She has a crush on a girl. The girl's family is very religious. So now my daughter has been, you know, she's been asking questions about religion for a little bit now. She asked me yesterday, she was like, so her family, you know, like they can't do crystals and stuff. Back again, my phone keeps telling me I'm out of storage and it's pissing me the fuck off. This family is really religious, so they can't do crystals and stuff like that. Also said that if you're spiritual, then it's a sin or something, or it's against Jesus. I don't know what the hell that even means, but she had said the thing about crystals. I was like, that's so crazy that people say that. I was like, that's literally in the Bible, kid. You know, like crystals have been used since forever, you know? And then I was like, bro, they even say that about incense. She was like, oh yeah. She was like, oh yeah, your mom burns sage and stuff. Like, we can't do that. That's a sin. And I burn sage. I also have frankincense. I have myrrh. You know what I mean? That's in the Bible too. So how is that a sin? And I mean, I'm not knocking anybody for what you believe in, you know? She was telling me, she was like, so this girl feels like it's kind of BS. And my daughter asked me how I came to know everything that I know. And I was like, well, for me, kid, it was BS. And when I was a kid, I'm trying to ask things and I'm getting in trouble. Like, we don't ask things like that, Dana. We just I explained to her what blind faith is. You know, you had to have blind faith. You didn't question things. Well, me, naturally, I want to question everything. And I want to know why. And I want to know the backstory. And when things don't add up and it's like nothing's mathing, then that makes me feel like, okay, well, there's something out there that's not true. Do you know how many times I got told, like, Dana, Jesus never said that? And then here we go 30 years later, and I discovered the Gnostic Bibles, the Gnostic Bible, and the scriptures, you know what I mean? And some of those things that I was saying when I was a child are sitting right there in those fucking gospels. So now at this point, can't nobody tell me, you know what I mean, and myself, what's real and what's not. So I encouraged her, seek the truth, you know what I mean? And whatever's true, you feel it inside of you. This is our discernment. 222, let's fucking rock, fam. When you drop inside, if it doesn't sit right in your heart, if you tell yourself something or you're listening to something and something inside of you feels unease, that is your inner knowing letting you know something's up. So pretty much that was that. I think I'm gonna make some of these fucking sausage and peppers now. I'm gonna holla at ya. I'm gonna let you see what we got. I also need to check this fucking dough that I never checked. Well, just like the good Lord, it has risen. Bro, after that whole fucking conversation we just had, that shit was gold. I could not say it, you know what I mean? I am gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna stretch. If you didn't understand that pun either, that just means you gotta head over to YouTube to watch the whole video. So we're gonna do the stretching. Little sticky touch bit of the stickitism. I might add a bit more flour, a little sprinkle dinkle. God, I feel like I've said a few funny words already today. It's definitely not supposed to stick that much, so some more flour we shall add. Bruh, guys, I'm gonna be really hot if we're on try number 4 and this still ain't it. But even if it's better than the other ones, I will be happy with that. It's a progress. But I love that I'm recording it, because see, now when I come back again one day, I'm gonna have my own videos to look at, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, guys, my great grandmother was the shit. And lo and behold, it was just me. Alright, so this is us pulling, stretching her out. I hope this is good stretching. I don't know, grandmother, did you ever make this? Any of you? I know somebody did. Yeah, I wasn't hanging fucking pasta all over the house every Sunday, and he never once made fucking bread. I know that. Yeah, we're getting sticky, baby. I don't know if that's good or not. Maybe I should Google. I hate these glasses. I broke my other ones. I have health insurance. I don't know why I still haven't like gone to the eye doctor and gotten another pair, but oh god, they slide down my face and I'm always like, doofy ass can't even fucking run. Ah, see you in a bit. So I definitely thought that whole time I had the sausage in the oven, I'm like, why the fuck do I not smell sausage? Like, it should be like damn near well beyond cooked. What the fudge balls? Why is this thing not fucking opening? If you didn't know, now you know, baby. Yo, in like restaurants and shit, when we're using the whole thing, right? You just take the knife and you just stab it in there, and it comes right off. Beautiful. Now we're gonna try it. It says spicy. If it's not too spicy, then I'm making my kid a piece of chicken parm. All right, so we are on the last and final stretch and fold. Boom, boom. Get this baby going. Stretching. What I was looking for. Another half hour. Bit sticky still. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see how it comes out though. We're also gonna roast up a couple heads of garlic and we're gonna add it to our jar. This is roasted garlic, tomatoes, and fresh basil. So you don't want to cut, you want to cut like a quarter way in. If it's not enough and you can't see every bulb exposed, you could cut a little bit more, but this is perfect. Oh, even more perfect. Just like that. Finish up the sausage and peppers, made a little bit of macaronis, and then we made the kid the single piece of chicken parm. So we are now at the final step. We're supposed to do one more stretch and then cut it and form it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that yet. I'm not sure if it's risen enough. I didn't want to use the metal bowl because maybe it's like, you know, a temp thing. What I know, if you push your finger in it and it forms back, that's good, right? It did spring back. Another stretch and fold, and I think I'll put it in a glass bowl. I don't have a glass bowl right now. Plastic. Oh no, I could do like a pie dish. Can't get a pie dish this time. So we will do another sit and cover for another half hour. Oh yeah, baby. She has 100% doubled in size. And thank gosh, because like fucking 4 hours, I'm done in this kitchen. Done skis. I don't know why I always be doing that on silent. Like maybe there is a noise I should make, like oh, I do want to stretch it one more time and then we'll cut it, I think. There you go. The next step is making pizza. I'm gonna make us the pizza next. The pizza pie. Pizza pie made by a spicy meatball. Cut her in half. Good. Okay. And now Zilov. I probably should have watched the video one more time, but I don't know, fam. I feel like it should be a bit bigger. But I guess we're gonna see, right? I'm trying to play with it because I want them like, you know, a nice shape. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, now I'm supposed to put the egg wash on it and it looks like no still. Stretch and pull and rest one more. Here we go again. We gon' see, we gon' see. Limu, emu. And Doug. Anybody else feel like Doug should be the Limu emu? Emu limu? Limu emu. Limu emu should be Doug. Ooh, every time it gets bigger and bigger. The last time, because I can't do this no more. I just don't know if I'm supposed to stretch and... It says stretch and cut. Then when you stretch it, it just like you release all the air and then it gets small again. And then I feel like, oh, I'm gonna let it rest more. Oh, it smells yeasty again. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. Should I keep letting it go? It's going to be a no. I'm gonna form this and then let it sit for another 40 minutes. And yo, like I give me props too for showing the reality of this and not just, oh my god guys, come make bread with me, it's gonna be great. And then you see their videos and you go and you make the bread and it's not fucking great. Yeah. Okay, so they still don't look as fat and proofed as I want them to be, so I am not going to egg wash them yet. I am going to cover them and we'll be back in 40. No matter what this looks like, it's getting baked. So, yeah, I'm not doing another resting, so I kind of reshaped them. No, good.
Nice little slices in here. We're just gonna see how it goes. Can always try again. Not for tomorrow.
Okay, wait till they have been.
This is so sloppy.
It still smells yeasty.
And the bake.
Well, I can't help but watch it bake. It's right there.
But the roasted garlic though.
Oh, here we are. That's what they look like. They are very hard again. This was my other two fails too. They're like bricks. So, anybody out there that is good at bread making, holla at me. I'm very good at my other stuff though. This is the roasted garlic and it is. Would have been really great to spread it on the bread, but guess we're gonna give that another go, another day. Okay, I love you, bye-bye.